Want to disturb everybody. This is your country, Mr. President. The dots that you see here are the gemstones that this country produces, and it produces gemstones everywhere. You'll see not many dots here, but that's just because it's not mapped properly yet. But we are finding recently turquoise out of Mbala. We're finding traces of corundum, ruby, and sapphire out of Mbala. Where in the Morokozo area, we have found turquoise, we found moonstone, we found sugilite is very used very little in jewelry. It's more in the carving of jewelry and large products. But we are finding a lot of gems in this area. So your country, Mr. President, is very wealthy. This little space that you see in Ndola, which is the Lufanyama area, the Ndola restricted emerald area, when blown up, will show you all the licenses that are in your area. Honorable Minister, I don't need to dwell on that. But of particular importance, Mr. President, is that in this area, with the 400-500 licenses that are here, and only 4-5 of them are really operating, and 2 operating on a proper scale,
in the formal basis,
produce over 50% of the world's annual global emerald supply. If 2 can do it, Mr. President, if we had 50 more, we could change the face of this country. So without a doubt, sir, mining is very important. We often forget, looking at the value add and the final product, we forget that it starts from here, but we also need to have the value add. Otherwise, if we had 500 producing mines, again, we become exporters of rough. So while we're doing this, we can grow it simultaneously, invest in the value addition at the same time. Hopefully, these will start producing to meet the demand that is out there. But the demand, Mr. President, is amazing for Zambian gemstones. We have continuously been asked to open up retail outlets from China. The Hilton family offered us rent-free at the Waldorf Astoria. We had to decline because we don't yet have security of supply. The security of supply for the value addition sector remains to this day one of our biggest issues. I know I was there, so you addressed it at the PPD 2 days ago.
retention.
But of particular importance is what we retain. If we retain only the lower grade material, Zambia will be known. Why should, if you're the person producing, you should be known for the top qualities. Everybody else can produce everything else. But here, what you will see hopefully today is what we're producing is absolute top material. We have...
So just to confirm, Minister is here. We have overtaken Colombia in the production.
We have, sir.
We are the world's largest producer.
We are by far the largest, and of even more importance is not only are we sought for because of the quantity we produce, but we are sought for the quality. So more importantly, if given a choice between Colombian emeralds and Zambian emeralds, the producers, the value addition people in India, in China, would much rather have Zambian rough. In fact, we've had complaints recently because Gemfield skipped an auction, and we had, the cutting houses had to go and procure some from Colombia. But they're saying, Rashmi, why are you not mining? We would much rather buy Zambian rough.
So tell them about 85 to 90% of the gems that are cut in Jaipur are Zambian.
In Jaipur, which is the biggest center of in India, biggest center cutting emeralds, especially, are cutting 80 to 90% of what they're cutting is Zambian emeralds. Not only because Colombia is very far for an Indian to travel over to buy rough, it is also not safe. But in terms of quality, they prefer the Zambian material.
And that's because we have the iron and the chromium, and the vanadium is only theirs, so it's sugary.
You can see she knows her stuff. She will get the chance to present to explain to you.
But what we need is to translate this leadership in production and quality into the Zambian economy. We want to see that. Really, ultimately, we want to see that. What diamond is to Botswana, we want to see emeralds to be for Zambia. To